He's feeling ill when he gets back, and he takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all. But it was too late. The next day he died of a rotting disease, and the first thing to go was his eyes and stem. That nods grimly, her tale complete. 5 smiles. That was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. I have one for you and your companion, the parched land. Once a large village was struck by a terrible drought. Farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone and again implored it as the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, but the animals and the people suffered while the stone did not a thing. Have we not given enough offerings? The farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees, but the stone did not respond, it merely sat and cast its shadow. Okay, we still have one more story to go. Deccan not solemnly, I shall import the tale of Archali drawing. Deccan tells the story of Archali, a foolish Githra of myth, who had become lost in the chaos of limbo. Normally a single Githrai may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small habitable environment. Charlie, however, asked so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home, her idol of matter dissolved around her and she drowned. 5 smiles, fascinating, Darkhard. Let me share with you and your companions another version of the tale that I have heard. Darkhard looks attentive and perhaps a little surprised. Ives goes on to tell a different version of Takan's tale, in which Akali was driven from the Githra city of Drakth'lor for her constant useless prattling. One day she encountered a Sladi on his way to the spawning stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter which even the ravenous Sladi found difficult to break down. Hungrily it awaited and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions, and as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries and the slutty answers, her own wall decayed and collapsed upon her, and thus she drowned in the matter of limbo. Yeah. Well, why are you called the tail session? I think we know. What are you doing here? Collect tails, trade them with others with tails. Oh, we traded tails. Enough tail trading already. Can you tell me about the silent procedure? Echo, I think I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that if spoken would undo the multiverse. Perhaps this is Echo. Thanks to Laura though, I understand she is sometimes me with one of the... Yeah, we need to ask. Vivian sent. Shakes her head. Speak to Nenny, she is forever pacing about, observing everything intently. Okay, about Crimson Whale. But Marisa is an interesting tale. Would you like to hear it? Yeah. Once upon a time in a world of heroes and a time of petty childish gods, there were 3 sisters, girls with a hideous appearance. They were considered demons by the people of the land and forever shunned. One missed her sister terribly, yet left that world with its shame behind, but exchanged the pettiness of a pantheon for a pettiness of shell. Crimson Veil. No, we asked that. Anything about the Ravel puzzle? Well, go on. Many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to... Okay, the tale of Ravel Puzzlewell, frightener of children, begins and ends with a question. What can change the nature of a man? We've heard these questions a few times already, actually. Asked. Or said that I'm not to change the nature of a man. So it seems to be familiar to many people, I think. Many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magics that she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of their wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victim's. To recount their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares were woven from. The tale strikes me in this way. Revel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the why of the matter remained in question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one of the Grey Sisters, especially to one of such power as Revel? It is said that she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magic that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day no one knows the answer to Revel's question. Now there is no one to petition, for Revel herself is gone, lost to the plains.
Updated my journal.
Wait, there's more. Though my tale ends with Revel's demise, there are some that claim that the hag still lives. There's a silent prostitute here who once talked of such things, but she speaks no longer. If she could speak to you, she might be to tell more of Revel. I think that's about it. I've spoken to 9 prostitutes altogether. Do you know who or where the 10th student is? Speak with Nenny, she's for a...
Done.
Nenny this, Nenny that.
All right.
I'm
All right. Done.
No, she's Juliet. Nenny Nine Eyes. Don't really have any options actually anymore.
Done.
Yeah. We need to speak to Delora. Say Delora. It
All
was
right.
Vivian. Definitely Vivian.
All right.
The problem was I spoke to her first, so I couldn't ask the questions then. Okay, there's no 10th prostitute. You mean Echo? She's a dear, quiet. That may be part of the charm. There's all matter of speculation as to why she is silent. I think that was her heart was more horribly broken. Laura might know best. She was been... Yeah, it's the Laura I have to talk to. God damn it. Yeah, the one with the... And he won't talk to me and... No. Well, I did talk
How
to
may
all
I
of them.
help you?
I had some questions. I spoke to 9 of the students as you asked, but I couldn't find the 10th. And you could not find the 10th student? How curious. Yet I think the 10th student is me, in which case I have spoken to all of them. Pinot, very well, and your thoughts? Yeah, you should get rid of all the armors in the brothel and use them as firebolt. I've learned that what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that it is better to go in search of experience rather than have it come to you. Well, I will travel with you if you still. I do.
In knowing
I feel
the teachings of
stronger.
Oh,
Zerthamon,
Mistress
I
High and
have
Mighty will be
become
joining us.
stronger.
What do we need her for?
He's a healer.
You couldn't possibly understand.
Yeah. Rabbit in.
I wish she would fall from great height. I might even bump her off myself. Yes?
Yeah. Her diary, we won't be opening that. Her chart. I don't think she can really. She's not a warrior. She's purely a support character. I don't think she can use any of these now. We got level ups. I think, and I want to see
My
what.
faith lend me strength.
Okay. No. Spree spells. Protection from evil, light wounds, healing. Yeah. Healing, prayer, call lightning. And nothing great. At least now we have some basic healing that we can spend without using any resources. And she will be with us through the rest of the game, so it's good to have her